Hey Phasmo fans, how is it going? I am Timmy Wolf, and this is going to be a brand new project that we are working on. It's called the Moonlite Phasmo Academy, and yes, we're going to be doing all kinds of really cool tailored videos just to help the community become better at the game, welcome in brand new players that will be coming in with PlayStation and Xbox with a brand new update that will be coming out later this month. And it's very, very exciting to have more amazing Phasmo gamers to join us since we're all PC players. So I'm going to be teaching a lot of amazing videos about Phasmo, essentially from the very basics of the game, which will be this first video, and then we will be working up to like semi-pro and professional videos, and you can definitely keep an eye out for more and more videos as we release more on YouTube. And it's going to be kind of exciting because I'm really passionate about this game. I've been playing it for probably about 2 years, 2.5 years now. It came out essentially in 2020 in September. I have been playing it since 2021, starting November. So yeah, it's been almost, yeah, I guess essentially 2 years, say. So I am pretty dear to this game, and it has changed a lot of lives. It's been out since COVID as well, so it's a great game for friends, for communities to come together and just play some incredible games together. So this is such a beautiful game. Hopefully, I want to welcome you all to the Phasmo community if you're brand new, and if you're viewing this video for the first time, and some other community videos that we have put out. So this is going to be strictly for academy teaching and all that kind of stuff. Most of my other videos are for like entertainment and such, but this is going to be tailor-made for you guys to get better at the game. So today we are going to essentially cover all the different items in the game and how they work, and going into the house and trying to find the ghost room. So I've actually been watching a lot of different players in different communities, different circle of friends and streamers, and essentially what I've found is that people still don't quite know the very basics and mechanics of the game. So it'd be really, really cool to have videos like this that are actually tailor-made just for training purposes, right? There's a brand new training tutorial in the game where they have essentially made a brand new warehouse, and it does teach you some mechanics of the game and how to use the different tools and such, but it doesn't really teach you how to like properly hunt or properly find the ghost room and get away from the hunts and such. We won't worry about hunts today, or at least in this video. We're gonna actually go into a house with a friendly ghost, and yeah, let's see here. Let's pull up the game, and yeah, let's go in and check things out. So this is the lobby. I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with it. It's got all kinds of goodies that you can collect and gather, some trophies. We'll talk about Apocalypse trophies in later videos, because those ones are very hard. Those are probably going to be for semi-pro players and professional players. And yeah, look at all the amazing gear that they have been working on. So there's been 40 new pieces of equipment with this new update known as Ascension, and it's 0.9, so it's getting to a point where the game is almost fully finished and polished. So they've been working out some bugs, and hopefully for those Xbox gamers and PlayStation gamers, the updates for the crossplay won't get delayed or anything like that. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. So let's jump into a game and yeah, show you guys all the equipment. So right now there's going to be 3 tiers of equipment, which is absolutely crazy. The first tier of equipment is not the best. It's got lots of limitations and such, but I will definitely help you figure them out if it's the first time you've seen the equipment, and how to use them, and how to find the ghost room with it, and some evidence on the ghost. So let's go into the classic Tanglewood and let's start up a game. I already made a custom with a friendly ghost. I have all my equipment in. Actually, let's show the shop here quickly. So the shop can be very, very confusing. I think they're still essentially working on the shop to make it very, very user friendly. Right now we have $16,000. I've been doing lots and lots of upgrades. I have unlocked all the tier 2 equipment, being at level 50 right now. So I am essentially close to halfway to level 100, which will allow me to prestige to the next rank. And I believe that there's about 20 ranks right now. So there's 20 ranks you can prestige, and it's a slow go, especially if you're just doing like regular runs on amateur, intermediate, professional runs, nightmare runs, or even insanity runs. But if you're a professional player and you know how to speed run and power level, you could essentially find ways to prestige very, very quickly. But even for me, I've been grinding and playing different kinds of games for probably roughly 4 to 5 days now, ever since the update, and I'm still only at level 50, which is pretty fast for a lot of players, but I can definitely probably get to level 100 very, very quickly if I really put in a lot of time and a lot of effort into it. So pretty soon I'll look at prestiging and getting to the next rank pretty soon. So this is the store. You go at this tab to do all your shopping. You just click on the plus and minuses to figure out what type of stuff that you want to buy, and they will show up on the right side of the screen here. So you could just pick up whatever you need and hit the buy button, and then it will go into your inventory. Now your inventory numbers are these numbers here, so that shows how many things that you have in your inventory, and then right here this shows or indicates what items you have in the truck currently. So right now we already bought a whole bunch of items, went to our loadout screen, and right now you start with 3 loadouts. Every time you prestige, though, they're gonna give you a brand new layout, loadout, which is a little silly because I mean, I don't think that's enough incentive to prestige, because every time you prestige, you actually lose all your items and all your money. So I'm sure there's gonna be lots of players that will level up all the way to 100 and maybe even not even prestige at all, and just want to keep their ranks so that they can keep all their money and their items, which is actually a pretty good strat if you don't want to keep grinding for your items and more money every single time you prestige. However, I'm the type that doesn't mind a challenge and doesn't mind losing all their equipment and all their money, because then I'll just grind again, right? But then I'll have a brand new patch that I can put on my arm, which is amazing because now obviously I can't see my own arm, but this badge right here shows on my arm, as well as this badge right here, which is this little Ouija board yellow icon, which kind of moves its cursor to a certain numerals symbol to show what prestige you are, right? And then these badges right here are essentially special badges that you collect doing holiday challenges, so which is very, very cool. And then up here you'll be able to change your prestige badge every single time you hit level 100 and go to the next rank. So it's very, very cool. I love all the changes that they've made to the game so far, and they're always working on it. It's still in early access, so you know, even with this video coming out on YouTube, things are subject to change, so you never know what these devs are gonna do next. Which is actually good, and it's exciting. Change is always really fun. If you didn't know, you could play with this radio and play some really cool tunes. Whoa, oh, we're getting blasted. You can always read these for daily tasks, which give you all kinds of rewards for different things you can do. There's weekly challenges that gives you a cool $5,000 every week and refreshes. Right now it's going to refresh in 5 days. And also it says collect bones and figure out the ghost type and use cursed possessions, and it will give you an extra $500. So those will refresh every week. And here's a board of all your previous photos that you take. And there's all kinds of mini games up here that you could play with, and yeah, lots of cool stuff. But let's jump into Tanglewood and let's play with the items, look for the ghost, and collect some evidence with our items. Let's give it a shot. Excellent. All right. So if you are brand new to the community, once again, welcome to the Phasmo community, and it's great to have you guys here and more gamers to play on the public lobbies, as well as so many other communities that are out there. The key will always be by the door opener here. Don't worry, you don't have to type in a code or anything. All right, and now this may look quite overwhelming, but we got all kinds of cool screens here. I'm going to turn down the music so that we can just focus on all the gameplay. So right now, this is the map of the location that we're at currently. So we're at 6 Tanglewood Drive, and you see this green little symbol here that is essentially known as the breaker. And it's kind of hard to figure out the floor map if you're new to the game, but you could look at different floors. That's the basement, and the breaker can be at the top of the basement there. And this is actually garage if you're new to the different houses and layouts. And then this is your sound sensors. Once you put them in place, you'll actually be able to know what room the sound sensor is currently in. And then if you hear any ghost paranormal noises, it will give you a range of how loud the noise was and where the ghost might be doing most of its activity. Here is our team sanity, and probably the most important part of your sanity will be the average sanity, the whole group sanity. If the whole group sanity goes lower than the actual ghost hunting threshold, then you got to be on your toes because the ghost can hunt you at any moment. Your individual sanity is very, very important, especially in solo, because then that's your team sanity right there. But if your sanity is getting pretty low, and which is starting to drag the team sanity, you might want to start looking at taking some sanity medication, which will up your sanity and bring everyone's average sanity up so that you guys will be above the threshold of the ghost being able to hunt. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later, because every ghost has all kinds of different abilities and different tasks and weaknesses and strengths. So yeah, it gets very, very detailed, and currently there are 24 ghosts, and you never know, they may add even more ghosts. All right. And then you got your total activity. This board can be a little bit confusing, but it's mixed in with your EMF reader. So this is the tier 1 EMF, and it's pretty stinky, but it does the job. So when it comes to EMF 1, if you turn it on, you can see that it's already showing that it's up to EMF 1 reading. So if you ever see any spikes of EMF 1 on the activity board, it's actually showing activity 2, if that makes any sense. So activity 1 is a given, so it's going to show up as a 0 on the activity board. If it spikes up to 2, it's going to show as a 1 on the activity board. If it spikes up to 3, it's going to show up as a 2. Yeah, I got that right. If it shows EMF 4, it's going to be a 3, and then EMF 5 is going to be 4 or all the way up to 10. So your EMF 5 is actually a ghost's evidence. right here. And also EMF 5 will also um, change between either a ghost hunt, a ghost event, or maybe a special ability that the ghost can do. So yeah, it gets a little bit confusing, but if you see EMF 4 on this activity board, there's a good chance that either it's the three options that I mentioned earlier, and or it's going to be EMF 5, which is an evidence of the ghost. So if you see a nice little even hill that goes up and plateaus at 4 and then goes down, it's probably a good chance that it's going to be EMF 5. So you can definitely check with this and your Geist field meter, your tier 1 tier evidence EMF, or all the way up to tier 3. And then, of course, you have your trusty computer, which can change to night mode or just regular camera mode. And this helps you spot out dots or orbs. And you can also change different cameras using the mouse. So if you have multiple cameras in the house, you could switch cameras. And if you want to change it to night vision, you use the keyboard. And there'll also be, if you have a tier 2 or tier 3 um, tripod, my goodness, I couldn't figure out the name, you'll have two arrows here because they will be motorized tripods that can actually move the camera left or right, which is very, very cool. So let's start talking about the equipment now. Let's see here. So now that we went over the boards, oh, actually, before that, here we have our objectives board. So it's going to show you your case number, the name of the ghost, response to. Now, whenever it says we're not sure, we're unsure, that just means it's going to either be uh, you have to be alone with the ghost to get a spirit box response, or it's going to be for everybody. So whenever it says everybody, it doesn't mean that the entire ghost hunting team have to be in the room together to get the ghost to respond to you. It just means multiple people can be in the room and still get a response from the ghost using the spirit box. And if it's a lone ghost, then everyone will have to be out of the room and only one person with the spirit box can be in the room to get a ghost response. And then, of course, you have your objectives. Right now, we have cleanse the area near the ghost using incense. Now, that usually just means you have to just smudge the ghost and you will get it. But sometimes it may require you to be in the room with the ghost and cleanse both the room and the ghost. But usually, you get it just smudging the ghost with incense. And then we also have detected ghost presence with a motion sensor, which is these bad boys right here. So you just put them in the room, and if the ghost passes through them through the laser, then it will kind of show up on this map, and it will do a sound, and you will get a check mark by that. And then we'll also have a member of your team witness a ghost event. So that would be essentially if a ghost attacks you with a ghost ball and give you like that big breath sound, or it will kind of attack you in a shadow model or a translucent model and give you a big jump scare, and that will essentially be a ghost event. But if the jump scare or the ghost event hits you, there's going to be a really good chance that it's going to lower your sanity. Or it will stand in the corner of a room and do like a singing ghost event and just kind of manifest itself. And as long as you don't touch it, it's not going to lower your sanity. But if you do run into the ghost while it's doing a ghost event, then it's going to drain your sanity. So be careful with that. You can look at your daily tasks and weekly tasks on these boards. And I think that's about it. So yeah, let's talk about all of our equipment now. So we got our trusty tier 1 flashlight. It's pretty junky. You definitely want to upgrade your flashlight as soon as possible. They have made the locations very, very dark. They actually have removed a lot of the outside light going inside the house. So it's pitch black in there now. Hopefully they will change that with maybe a hot fix or whatnot. Or maybe that is intended. We're not 100% sure actually. So getting a really good flashlight and turning on the lights inside the house is going to be very, very important. So remember, our breaker location is in the garage right now. So if we need to turn it on, then we're going to have to turn on the breaker first. Now in amateur mode and intermediate modes, the breaker starts on, and you will also have a time limit, like a cooldown grace period. This is known as a setup time. For amateur, it will start at 5 minutes, and what that means is that the ghost can't hurt you or hunt you within that time frame. So even if your sanity is like 0, the ghost still can't hunt you until the timer runs out. But on professional and any other more higher difficulty, you will have no setup time. So on amateur, you'll have 5 minutes, and on intermediate, you'll have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But yes, I have been on professional modes and more difficult modes than professional, and have had the ghost hunt me as soon as I go inside the house. Which not very many ghosts do that, but we will definitely talk about ghost behavior and such in other videos for sure. But if you get a demon, they can hunt you at any sanity. So you could be 100% sanity and the demon can hunt you. So let's grab a flashlight and play with that. I also love bringing in an EMF and a camera. And we'll essentially bring in different pieces of equipment and use it with the ghosts as we learn more about each item. So as you can see, the flashlight is really, really junky. We did grab the key. So if you don't grab the key from the truck, the door will be locked. So you will have to do the walk of shame and go all the way back to the truck if you forgot the key, which is pretty funny. Alright, let's enter. Now this key here is the key to the vehicle in the garage. So if the ghost is in the garage, there's a chance that it will actually touch the car in the garage and enact the car alarm. So you're gonna have to grab this key here, and you'll have it in different locations that have garages that you'll have to pick up just so that you can turn off the car alarm if it starts beeping. And it's pretty funny. Oh, did you hear that? We just heard a throw. Let's go and grab the breaker first. Now remember, this is just a friendly ghost, just for the purpose of this video. And look, oh, okay, the breaker is already on. Here, if it's red, the breaker is off. Oh, the ghost is touching the doors. And if it's green, then your breaker's on and you can start turning on lights, right? I think there's a limit to how many lights you can turn on in Phasmo. I think you can only turn up to 7 lights, or maybe 8 lights. Any more than that, and you will blow the breaker, and then you'll have to go all the way back to the breaker again and turn it back on, and all the lights will start off again. So you're gonna have to turn on all the lights that you wanted on. Also, what's really, really important about coming into the house for the first time, especially on harder difficulties, is navigating the house right away for different hiding spots. So you're going to be looking for lockers, you're going to be looking for closets. I'll show you a whole bunch of different types of hiding spots. So here's a good example of a closet. These can be blocked on harder difficulties, so keep that in mind. There's closets all over this house, actually. There's one here. Oh, we just got attacked by a ghost event. Actually, right there, we could go into our journal and look at our overview. Look at that. We got a check mark by just getting that ghost event. Beauty. And, oh, actually, this is a good example to start getting EMF. Look at that. The ghost just touched this guitar, and we are getting EMF because of this interaction. Now, it was just a guitar touch, so it should essentially just be a EMF 2. Oh, and now it's just through this cup. So door touches and interactions are going to be just an EMF 2. If you get a throw like that one, and I think that cup came like from this table, a throw will indicate EMF 3. If it does a ghost event, like a manifestation or just that airball, there's a chance that you're going to get EMF 4. And then EMF 5, if you see that, the needle will swing all the way into this dark red area, and it will have to pass the number in order to get to indicate EMF 5 that will end up being some evidence. So we'll keep an eye out for EMF 5 and some evidence with the EMF tracker. So it looks like the ghost it's definitely throwing lots of stuff. There you go. We have our first piece of evidence. We just saw EMF 5 from this door touch. So we could actually go into our book and mark that off. There's a great example of EMF 5 right there. That was awesome. And we could turn on some more lights for better viewing. So that is essentially how you use the Geist field meter. Now, the EMF different tiers are gonna get so much better than this one. But if you can master your tier 1 items, oh my god, you're gonna be Gucci. You're gonna be very good. And as you can see, our flashlight stays on even though we cycled to a different piece of equipment. If you want to turn off your flashlight when it's not in your hands or not visible right now, you can just hit T. I don't know what the key is going to be for Xbox and PlayStation. And some people do use the controller even on their PC. But as you can see, we can turn it off and on. Or you can go and switch back to your flashlight and hit the right mouse button. It's touching a door again. So whenever you get interactions from the ghost, there's going to be a good chance that that's going to be where the ghost room is going to be. So it's been doing lots of interactions in this room. Oh, we got EMF 5 again. That's pretty awesome. And it's been doing interactions out here. So essentially you're going to now have to check if it's going to be in this room or if it's going to be in the foyer. And there's so many ways to figure out what the ghost room is going to be. So also, whenever you're trying to take pictures, you want to take pictures of interactions. So let's see if we can get another interaction here. It through this, I believe. So whenever you get an interaction or a throw, you can take a picture of that interaction, and there you go. If you take the picture very, very close to the object, you'll have a chance for a 3-star photo. If you take it very, very far away, then the chances of having a 1 or 2-star photo will affect how much money that photo is worth. And oh, look at that, it's just turned off the breaker. The ghost is being a stinker, so let's go back to turn the breaker back on. And sometimes you'll also get EMF reading from the breaker if the ghost touched it. Now right here, as you can see, we have a mirror on the wall. We can actually take a picture of that. This is one of the cursed items. There's 6 of them in total. So we got a mirror. The tarot cards show up here. Wait, is there 7 now? Because there's a monkey paw now. But there's multiple cursed items, and we'll definitely talk about those in a later video. But these items have really, really cool abilities to either figure out where the ghost is or interact with the ghost in ways that can be very, very deadly, but there are some perks to using them. Or they can also lower your sanity. But they're a little deadly, so if you're not familiar with them, I would suggest not using them. But if you want to try them out... Oh, we got another EMF 5 spike. Oh, touch this door. We could take a picture of that. Alright, let's try out some new equipment. Yeah, I think we have essentially described those two pieces of equipment. Now, what's cool about photos is that not only do they make you money, but if you take 10 perfect photos like these ones, if you take 10 of them, which will fill your book, it will give you a chance to get a perfect game. A perfect game means getting 10 3-star photos and getting all your objectives and getting the ghost right. And then you will get a really big bonus for doing that. Oh, and here's a good example of EMF 5. So, as you can see, this only reached up to 4, but it's a perfect curve up, a plateau at 4, and went down. And so whenever you see a perfect spike like that, little even mountain, there's a really, really, really good chance that it's going to be EMF 5. So EMF 5 can actually be up to 4 all the way up to 10. But don't get jebaited because, yeah, it could have activity like this, and any ghost can do this. And this is probably because it's doing a ridiculous amount of activity in the house, right? But yeah, if you see a nice even hill like that, that's a good indication of EMF 5. Let's move on to maybe video camera and dots. Now, if we can get dots, that would be awesome. We're only going to get 3 pieces of evidence from this ghost, though. So there's going to be a chance that we're not going to be able to get some of this evidence to showcase. Oh, we're already getting some EMF 5 there. So now we got to figure out what room is the ghost going to be. Is it going to be in this bedroom, or is it going to be in the foyer, right? And the foyer is like all the way from here to in this space in here. So let's check for orbs. Now the video camera needs to be in night mode, or have night vision to be able to see any orbs that might be in the house. And the orbs are, it's just one single orb, and it's kind of glowy. It's very, very small, but it will like do all kinds of loop-de-loops, and hopefully we can see an orb. But yeah, it's just a tiny little thing that dances around. Just making sure that we find the right ghost room. I think the ghost is in the foyer, so I don't think we're gonna get orbs. Which is oh, wait, oh, see that? See that really, really tiny orb right in the center of my display of the video camera? Maybe we will put down our camera and take a look at it in the truck. Oh, wait, where did the orb go? Where did the orby go? Oh, wait, there it is, there it is. Alright, let's put down the camera and look in the truck. So this is, oh, this is great. So we just demonstrated EMF 5 and orbs. So if we switch cameras with the mouse, we should be able to see the orb bigger. Or not. The orb does seem to be moving a lot. Oh, did I just see it? Yeah, this ghost probably seems to be wandering quite a bit. Let's see. If I put in orbs, look at that. We only have 2 ghosts just from getting 2 pieces of evidence. So let's see if I can spot those orbs again. Let's take a quick look here. Oh, I think the ghost just turned off the breaker again, which is very very mean of the ghost. Oh, you're not. Okay. I think I turned the lights off because I want to look for the orb. See if we can find the orb again. Maybe it changed ghost rooms. Ooh, ooh. Did it move into a different room? Where did the orb go? Wait a minute. Now what we can do is actually bring in a thermo. Now, one of the cool changes that they've made to this update is that there's no longer freezing breath. There's now cold breath, which might sound funny to a brand new ghost hunter to Phasmo, but essentially your breath gets colder, or you can start seeing your breath at around 5 degrees Celsius or 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes it a little bit more realistic in my mind. But it forces you to essentially bring in a thermo to figure out if it's going to be freezing or it's just going to be cold. Well, this ghost does seem to be wandering a lot. So let's bring in... Oh, okay, yeah, we also have the dots. Okay, yeah, let's play with the dots. And let's see if we can find the ghost. So if the ghost is dots evidence, you can just hold the dots like this and scan the room for the ghost. However, it's a bit meticulous if you do it this way, because maybe you'll want to take more time to figure out other evidence, right? And you don't necessarily know where the ghost is roaming at all times. So sometimes it's good to figure out the ghost room and just place the dot pen and team it up with the video camera, right? That'd be really, really cool if we could track the ghosts with the pen light in our hands. I do love this feature. It looks so cool. In older versions of Phas, it was just essentially just an animation that passed by. Now you can actually watch the ghosts walk around using the dots, which is really, really neat. So essentially we're trying to figure out if it's going to be an Obake or a Raiju. Raijus require dots, so I haven't seen the Raiju dots yet. So we might be dealing with an Obake. So let's bring in some more stuff here. Oh man, I would love to see the dots though. But we can only deal with what the ghost is gonna offer us. Alright, so next we're gonna play with the glow stick, or UV. Now they have changed the name of this because there's many ways to get oh, do you see that? We got cold breath. So the ghost appears to be in this room. So this is known as the ghost room now, right? Oh, and we also have a bone. Now the bone used to be part of the multiplier, if you understand what the multiplier means. Essentially, let's say this is professional mode. The multiplier would essentially be 3 times. So whatever stats that you get from the end of the mission, and you get like an investigation bonus or doing some objectives, that will multiply with the difficulty of the game. So you used to be able to collect the bone and be able to get some extra cash out of the multiplier. But right now, the bone essentially isn't part of the multiplier anymore. So I think you only make 25 bucks by collecting a bone. But the bone is part of the perfect game. So you also need to collect the bone get all the photos, and then figure out the ghosts to essentially get the perfect game, right? Oh, and the door just touched the ghost just touched this door, so let's check for fingies or ultraviolet light. You can also get fingerprints by using salt and getting the ghost to walk through the salt. And you can also shake these lights to essentially empower your UV. So the UV is very handy. I actually like the tier 1 UV almost better than the tier 2. The tier 2 is just like a direct light, right? That you hold kind of like a flashlight. And it's just kind of, it's a bit of a cone of light. It doesn't have like an overall like aura of lights. It's just like this glow stick. Oh, we got some dirty water, some chocolate milk. You can take a picture of that actually. Dirty water is actually a pretty good photo for extra money. So we're not seeing any fingerprints or UV evidence. So I think if I was right about the orb, we're probably going to be dealing with the Raiju, which is actually really, really exciting, because then we should be able to see the dots. Next piece of equipment is going to be the notepad or writing. So you can set that down, and if it's a writing ghost, it will write in the book, and then you can mark that off as evidence. But we don't have a writing ghost. So simply you'll see the ghost scribbling in the book with a really cool animation to show that it's writing, and it will also kind of make a sound, like a writing sound. And then you look at the book, and if you see any scribbles, then yeah, you got writing evidence, which is pretty cool. So I'm thinking this is going to be a Raiju, so it's going to be really, really cool if we could see dots. But let's make sure if I did see orbs. Let's look for the orb quickly here. Now we're also seeing a cold breath out here in the foyer, which is interesting. I'm pretty certain I saw orbs. Am I just seeing things? Am I seeing things? Ooh, ooh. Hey. The orb shouldn't be too hard to find. Oh, oh. Ah, that was an orb. Oh, we got EMF 5 again. Maybe, did I not? Maybe I am seeing things. What the heck? Huh. Let's check for dots. So you could scan the room for dots and see if you can see the ghost with it. Or you could set the dots down and have it teamed up with your video camera and look for dots inside the truck, which can be quite useful. Yeah, let's bring in more equipment. I think next we'll bring in the thermal, which is pretty important, and the spirit box. And do we see any orbs? No orbs. Maybe I am seeing things. I don't know. But at least this is a really cool showcase of how to use all the tools and such, and interacting with the ghost with it. Alright, so we've been seeing cold breath here in the foyer as well as in that bathroom. Now this thermometer is slow. It takes quite a bit of time to see. It's going down now. Now, to essentially figure out what the ghost room is, you're looking for temperatures around 5 degrees or lower. It stopped at around 8 degrees or 7 degrees. So maybe the ghost didn't move. Let's see if it's in the bathroom. Oh, temperature is dropping. Oh, that was quite the throw there, Ghosty. Okay, still going down. Oh, still going down. Is it going to be freezing? Oh. Oh, it's right on the line. Oh my god, really? So, to get freezing temperatures, obviously it has to be lower than 0, right? If it just stays on the line at around like 1 degree or 0.1, that is not going to count as freezing. But you might want to check regularly to see if the thermometer changed. But it looks like it's not going to be freezing, at least not yet. And here's our spirit box. So you'll want to be in the ghost room while the ghost is inside the room. Obviously, you're not going to know if the ghost is in here or not. But if you're in the ghost room, there's a high probability that it will be in the ghost room. And you turn on your spirit box, and you can either interact with it through text, and I'll spam a whole bunch of these questions, clicking on all of them. Doesn't seem to be a spirit box. Or you could talk to the ghost. Let's see if I can turn that on. Let's go to pause menu, and yes, voice recognition. So you could turn on voice. Let's try out Vosk, and we can talk to the ghost. And let's make sure it has my right microphone. Yes, Quadcast. Testing, testing. Let's see if it picks up my voice. Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Oh, I don't know if it... Oh, is this picking up my microphone? Are you here? Are you close? Okay, see, if you see the blue indicator or white indicator on the left, it's showing that your microphone is working. And if you see a red indicator to the right of that, it means that the ghost heard it, but if it doesn't say anything, then it's not going to be voice box. So that's pretty cool. The voice box is pretty awesome. All right, let's try the dots one more time. I'm kind of curious. I really would love to see the ghost. Yeah, I'm really curious what kind of ghost this is gonna be. Let's check for... Oh, wait a minute. Did I just see the ghost right there? Oh my god, the ghost is angry. It's probably a good thing we have the ghost on friendly. Oh boy. Woo! As you can see, the game could get pretty spooky. It looks like it's the child model too, which is ugh. Yeah, the ghost activity is gonna be crazy because our sanity is super low. All right, what's next? What's next? Oh, there's the orb. Hey, we found the Orby. Okay, did you see that? Aw, man, the orb is so shy. What the heck? But yeah, it floats around, and let's see if we can see the dots here. Show us the dots. I think I saw it like just briefly. But yeah, like in older versions, it was just like a quick animation that was pretty easy to spot. But right now, it's the ghost having to wander through the dots to essentially get the dots evidence, which can be a bit of a pain. And we'll keep an eye on that. I think this is a Raiju, but we'll see. And now we also have crucifixes. And let's bring in the salt as well. And, ooh, maybe... Let's try out the parabolic mic as well. Alright, so... Now, crucifixes, I've seen a lot of people make this error. It's usually newer players that do this, but they think that holding the crucifix will stop the hunt from killing them during a hunt, and it's like, no, that's not how you use it. It's pretty funny. But what you actually do with the crucifix, you can hold on to the crucifix actually, but the crucifix is used to prevent a hunt, right? Not to stop a hunt. There are games like Demonologist that has crucifix to actually stop a hunt, right? But in Phasmo, it prevents a hunt. So what you want to do is you want to take the crucifix to the ghost room, and you can, if you are feeling brave, you could stand right here and have the ghost hunt you, and the crucifix will do its job. But what you want to do is take the crucifix to the ghost room, and you can essentially hold down the F button, and it will actually show you the radius of the crucifix. So as long as the ghost is within this radius here, as you can see the rings that appear, the crucifix will protect you from the ghosts within that radius. So you can place the crucifix in this room, and boom. So if the ghost does decide to hunt within that radius, it will use the crucifix rather than hunt you, and it does a really cool, like, burst into flame type of animation, which is really, really neat. Now with the salt is a new way to get UV, as well as help you figure out a certain ghost that can't use salt, which will be the Wraith. But of course we will talk about different ghosts later, because I don't want to overwhelm you guys with information, right? If you're especially brand new to the game. So what you can do is you can put down some salt, and if the ghost walks through it, you can essentially take your UV stick or any kind of tier item of UV and see if it leaves footprints. It just walked into the salt, and if it doesn't leave any footprints, then it's not going to be a UV ghost, and you're not going to have that evidence. Since we are on professional mode with the friendly ghost, you can essentially just mark that off, and it can't be that ghost, right? And as you can see, the Obake got eliminated because we crossed off ultraviolet, right? So since we got these two pieces of evidence, the only ghost that we have left is the Raiju. So it's probably going to be Raiju. We'll try and get the dots, because getting dots is pretty awesome. So that's how the salt works. And now, if you ever need to use the paramic, now this is cool. Now you can hear all the ambience around you, right, inside the house. As soon as you turn on the paramic, now you can only hear the sounds that you are pointing the paramic at. So right now we can hear the sink. If we point it over here, we can hear the fan. If we point over here, you don't hear anything, right? Point at the sink. Oh, we just heard a door. Oh, it has a pretty wide range, right? Now we can hear doors. Let's see if we can get a ghost whisper. Whispers from the ghost are pretty cool. Sometimes it's best practice to maybe scan the area that you want to hear from. So if there's like a parabolic objective that you need to do, just scan where you feel the ghost is at, or the ghost room, and eventually you should. Oh, we just got attacked by another ghost event. So that's a good way to figure out if it's a ghost event or ghost hunt. We'll talk about that later, because it's a complex thing. But if the ghost slams the door and turns off the lights, you'll know immediately that it's a ghost event. If the lights stay on and then you start hearing the ghost doing some gurgling noises and whatnot, and then you start hearing footsteps, then that's your cue to run and get out of there. But the paramic is designed to get all kinds of different noises and parabolic sounds from the ghost. Still haven't heard a whisper. This ghost is being stubborn. This is a good way to figure out the Banshee. The Banshee has a special ability to do a scream in the parabolic mic. And it's the only ghost that can do that in the parabolic mic. Mylings are known to do a lot more parabolic sounds than any other ghost, so if you get lots and lots of sounds from the ghost, probably it will be a Myling. Yeah, the ghost wants to be stubborn, so I guess we'll put that down for now. So yeah, now essentially, yeah, we could play with some more items before we figure out what the ghost is. Ooh, look at all that activity! Dang. One of our objectives is the motion sensor, so we could essentially place a few in there. And let's put in the sound sensor too while we're at it. Now the sound sensor in my mind is kind of useless, but if you don't know where the ghost is at and you want to scan a large area to see where it might be doing interactions with, you can essentially install one of these sound sensors, and you could just put it in like an area where you think the ghost might be, and you could go back in the truck and you will hear any sounds that it's interacting with. We'll also put in some motion sensors where you feel that the ghost will walk through, and you can see that whenever you or the ghost pass through the laser, it will show the motion sensor. Oh, this ghost is turning off the breaker again. So let's go back to the truck and see what kind of activity we're getting from the motion sensors and the sound sensor. Now, as you can see, oh, dude, that's the first time I've heard that sound. That's actually the sound of the haunted cursed mirror, which is kind of weird. So if you put a sound sensor by the mirror, you actually hear the sound of the mirror? That's pretty haunted. What the hell? That's weird. But as you can see, it shows you what room the sound sensor is in. And I didn't know that you could actually hear the noises from the sound sensor through the truck. That's kind of cool. And you can see how much activity and interactions are happening with the sound sensor. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, this is oh yeah, this whole radius, this circle here is how much radius the sound sensor is listening into, and these lines right here, these solid lines, those are your sound sensors. So if the ghost passes through them, these bars will essentially turn green and do like a beeping sound. And you can actually put in multiple sound sensors and actually watch the ghost path through the motion sensors, which is pretty cool. So you can watch the ghost go inside a room, go outside the room, maybe go to a different part of the house, and you can have up to 4 of those all over the house. So that's pretty cool. And we haven't heard the motion sensors, so maybe the ghost probably roamed. So let's try and figure out where the ghost went, and also let's bring in a smudge, candle, and some matches. And to use the candle and the smudge stick, you always need a lighter. I think the ghost definitely moved, didn't it? It's not doing very much over there. So I'll have to look for the ghost again. Let's turn the breaker back on. And we'll get to the smudge just in a bit. So right now, let's play with candles. Now you can actually light candles inside the house, but you're not allowed to grab them anymore. You used to be able to, but I guess they want to force you to use the candles in your inventory. So candles actually have an ability to drain less sanity when you're holding a candle. So if you want to keep your sanity really, really high, you could actually hold the candle, and it will lower the chance of your sanity to drain. Also, if you have the candle objective, you can put it inside the ghost room, and the ghost will actually blow out the candle. And there's a particular ghost that doesn't like fire, which is known as the Unreal, and it will blow out multiple candles more often than most other ghosts can. And there is a really crazy ability that the Unreal can do. It can blow out 3 consecutive candles, like just 1 candle at a time. If it blows out 3 candles, one by one, or all at the same time, there's a chance that it can start a hunt at any sanity. So you have to be a little bit careful around the Unreal. Ooh, blinky blinky. When it comes to candles, as well as lighters and matches. So the ghost can actually blow up both the candle and any lighter that you have in your hand, which is pretty cool. And when it comes to the smudge, actually, let's find the ghost room first. So let's put the matches next to the smudge stick. We're gonna have to find the ghost again. As you can see, look at that. The ghost room just got super, super warm. So the ghost decided to roam and be like, I'm out of here. I don't like it here anymore. So we're gonna have to find the ghost all over again. But that's not a huge worry. I'm going to bring in the EMF with me, as well as the thermometer. And let's look around to see where the ghost might be at. Look at that, it's even warm in the foyer now. So it moved to a completely different room entirely. So we're going to have to go into each room and figure out where the cold room is again. Yeah, it like moved completely out of this area. So let's go check this bedroom. Still pretty warm. Maybe it's in the family room. Nope, still very, very warm. Maybe the hallway? Nope, still warm. Maybe the ghost is in here. Nope, still warm. Garage? Nope, not the garage. Maybe the dining room? Oh. Nope. Kitchen? Oh. Oh, it's going down. It's going down. Okay. Oh, it stopped. Okay. We haven't checked the basement out. What the? Wait, did I turn on too many lights? There you go. You can see that I tripped the breaker because I put on too many lights. Let's go check the basement. Ooh. Oh, it's throwing stuff down here. This hammer's out of place. There we go. Okay, so the ghost moved to the basement. You sneaky ghost. Alright. Let's see if we can figure out if it's a dot ghost. Because I think that's the only evidence that we haven't been able to see. And we'll get our motion detector objective as well. Now normally I wouldn't take this long to do a mission, but I think this is a pretty good video. Oh my god, it's just turned off the breaker again. This is a very, very angry ghost. It's not happy. But yeah, I want to try and be as descriptive as possible to help you guys figure out how to find the room and such. Oh my god, really? Holy smokes, guys. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. This ghost is very, very mean. Alright, let's check if the orb is still... If the orb moved down here. Orby. Oh, yeah, I do see the orb. And now let's check for dots. Oh, this would be awesome if we can see the ghosts through the pin light. That'd be amazing. Oh, oh, was that me or was that the ghost? It just went through. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. This has to be a Raiju, right? Oh, ghost is right there. Come on, do the dots. Show us dots. How could it not be a Raiju? Oh, there we go. Hey, now we're talking. Look at that. Look at that, guys. So this is a Raiju. So we have dot evidence. It's been confirmed. Perfect. Look at that. So this means that we have found the room. Did it do the motion sensor? It did. And let's do the incense. Let's smudge the ghost. So we got our matches and our smudge stick. We can turn the lights back on. And what you want to do is try and... Oh, look at that. The ghost knocked over my tripod, you stinker. Now, the higher the tier of your tripod, the less chance that the ghost has to knock it over. But I love that feature. That feature just came out with this update. So when you want to smudge the ghost to cleanse it, you want to run around with the smudge as much as you can, just to make sure that you have the best chance of getting the ghost and smudging it. Boom! We cleansed the ghost. We found the ghost room twice, maybe even 3 times. I think we have played with essentially all the equipment. We have figured out what the ghost is. We got all the objectives. Boom! Look at that, guys. I think we will call this a GG. And let's see if we got the ghost right. We could essentially move all this equipment into the ghost room if we really want to, but we have all the evidence that we need. And yeah, I think that's everything. Am I missing anything? Let's make sure that I'm showing you guys every single tool at your disposal. You can wear this. Now, as you can see, you can tell that you're wearing it by the little object that we're wearing on our head. Now, this is cool because with tier 2, you actually have a built-in flashlight that you can turn on and off on your head cam. And then tier 3, not only do you have... Oh, I don't think you have a flashlight, but you have goggles, night vision goggles that can come down, and it will be like seeing the whole world in a green screen like this one, right? The camera got knocked over, so it looks really weird. But yeah, it will look like Outlast Trials if you guys are familiar with it. And yeah, you'll be able to see in the dark, and it's very, very cool. It's such a handy tool. However, using your flashlight on your head cam for tier 2 or the night vision goggles, if you keep them on during a ghost hunt, it will be able to track you and no matter where you are and kill you. So you want to make sure that you turn off all your equipment whenever the ghost decides to hunt. We will definitely talk about that in later videos. As you can see, the ghost is moving through the sound sensors. You're hearing the beeps. Let's see if the ghost interacts with any of them right now. Come on, do a beep. But yeah, essentially one of these bars will just turn green once the ghost interacts with it. There you go. And yeah, you'll see all kinds of sounds. You could set up 4 sound sensors, and wherever you're getting the most sound from, that's probably where your ghost is going to be. And you'll be like, okay, so the ghost seems to be in this area where you're getting the most action, right? And there you go. And as you can see, our sanity is garbage because we were in the house for a very, very long time. And that's exactly why I wanted to put a friendly ghost on so that we can do all kinds of examples. But this is a great way to demonstrate using our insane away. So this is tier 1. So let's see how much sanity that gives us. With each tier, I think they will give you more sanity once you take some medication. Wow, look at that. That only gave us 10%. Oh, or is it still? Oh, it's still going up. Okay, okay. It just takes a very, very long time. I kind of like that because then it doesn't give you like the amount of sanity from medication like right away like earlier versions. But yeah, I think that was a pretty good demonstration. We looked at everything that's is offered to us in the truck. We talked about all the boards. We found the ghost. We figured out the ghost. Let's see now if we are right. You'll want to circle the ghost that you want to check off, and let's go. Let's look at our stats and see how much money we would have made. Now, since we do have a friendly ghost, our stats are going to be a 0 multiplier, which will give us 0 money, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hey, look at that. Now, we didn't get a perfect game, but with a perfect game, we would have had to take all the photos, and that would have gave us a big perfect game bonus. But as you can see, we still did quite a bit of stuff, so we still got a really nice investigation bonus. Figuring out what the ghost is on a small map gives you $100 times whatever the multiplier is, as well as all your objectives. So everything up here will times by the rewards, and that's going to be your big bulk money. And as you can see, the bone and your photos are not part of the multiplier. It's just a little bit of extra money. And we did get the Raichu. There you go. And you'll see your XP increase on your bar. Every single level you'll get, the more XP you're going to need to get to the next level. So right now, I'm going to need lots and lots of XP in order to get from 50 to 51. And once it goes from 99 to 100 level, that's going to be a lots of XP, right, to gather. And then once you hit level 100, then you're going to have the option to prestige, and then you'll lose all your levels, all your money, all your equipment, and you're going to have to start all over, but you get a whole different prestige badge. And then you can edit it here, which is very, very cool. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, hopefully you guys really enjoyed that video. You can actually go through all your stats and see. Look at that. The ghost did 127 interactions, 6 ghost events, no hunts because we had a friendly ghost. We were in the ghost room for almost 10 minutes. We're in the light for 24 minutes and 40 seconds. Time in the dark, another 24 minutes and 24 seconds. And our total investigation time was 49 minutes. Normally, whenever I play at my full capacity, most of my missions are probably between 5 to 10 minutes. Detailed stats. This tells you how much, how many meters you've traveled. This tells you how much sanity you gained, how much you've lost. Phrases recognized, so that would be the spirit box. So if it's a phrase that the ghost will understand, it will give you a counter. Time in the ghost room, that was 9 minutes and 47 seconds. Blah, 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 total time. And then it tells you all the stats about the ghost and how much the ghost traveled. How many objects it moved, how many objects it used, doors moved, light switches, fuse box toggles 4 times, which was really, really stinky. The number of interactions it did, favorite room changes, it moved 6 times. So that's why we were having a little bit of difficulty trying to pin down where the ghost was. Abilities used. Now this really depends on what kind of ghost it is. Now with the Raiju, the abilities used will be during the hunt. So if we had hunting allowed and we had an electrical object in our hand, or if it passed through an object that is on one of our ghost hunting devices, it will probably start having this counter up because the Raiju has the ability to get fast and siphon power to power itself by passing through electronics. And then it did 6 ghost events, no hunts. It also tells you how long it has hunted, time in its favorite room 39 minutes. It's been roaming for almost 10 minutes, and then it actually tells you the bone location, which is really, really cool. So there you go. that was a fantastic video. I really hope that was very descriptive, and it really, really helped you out. This video was mostly for newer players and beginners. So if you're a professional, feel free to rate this video and let me know if it was very, very helpful. And yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. If you dislike the video, well, then what are you doing watching the video? Get out of here. What's wrong with you? But hopefully, yeah, that was a great video. And we will definitely do a whole lot of other videos that are tailor-made to specific parts of the game and different kinds of mechanics in the game. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys next time. If you want to join us on Twitch, we're on twitch.tv slash or backslash TimmyWolf2022. So you can check us out on Twitch. We'll have lots and lots of YouTube videos. You can join us on Discord, which is also linked at the bottom, as well as on our Twitch. And I will hopefully see you guys very, very soon. And have a good one, guys. Take care. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Take care, everyone. See ya.